trainers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure to introduce to you today's host for the press conference, the popular sports anchor, play-by-play commentator, the talented host of Showtime Championship Boxing, Brian Custer.
Thank you, Jimmy, Mr. Hall of Famer. Certainly, good afternoon, everybody, to the assembled press, to the hundreds of thousands watching all across the world. Welcome to Las Vegas. This is the final press conference for Canelo versus Charlo. I am Brian Custer, the host of Showtime Championship Boxing, and listen, the time is now. Time has come for Showtime Boxing, Showtime pay-per-view, to deliver what it has consistently done over this past year and for the past few decades, and that is deliver action-packed, big fight after big fight. And on Saturday, we are bringing you what constitutes as a mega fight, an intriguing one, because it's also an historical fight. One that I might add, for the first time in this four-belt era, we've got two undisputed champions, different weight divisions, facing off, and it's a matchup of two of the sport's pound-for-pound best, two of the sport's most explosive and exciting fighters. Canelo Alvarez, boxing's first undisputed super middleweight champion, putting all four belts on the line against Jermell Charlo, the undisputed junior middleweight champion, who will be making that two-weight division jump to super middleweight, trying to take the belts off of one of boxing's most storied champions. Canelo will be seeking his record-setting third successful defense of that WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO world titles. Do you know, in this four-belt era, no undisputed champion has done that. While Charlo, attempting to become just the third fighter in the four-belt era to become undisputed in multiple weight divisions, joining the likes of Clarissa Shields and, of course, Terence "Bud" Crawford. And keep in mind, Charlo also has the opportunity to become the first fighter to jump multiple divisions en route to his second undisputed championship. The particulars, when it comes to tickets, they're limited. They are available, though, at AXS.com for this Canelo Promotions presentation of a Premier Boxing Champions pay-per-view event. This entire event is being promoted by Canelo Promotions and TGB Promotions as well. Showtime pay-per-view broadcast, it's going to begin at a special early time at 8 o'clock. Down this Saturday, September 30th, here in the fight capital of the world, Las Vegas, T-Mobile Arena, by the destination for the best in boxing, and that is Showtime pay-per-view. Let me bring to the podium here one of the co-promoters of this fight. He's the president of TGB Promotions, Tom Brown.
Thank you, Brian. Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. Undisputed versus undisputed. I love saying that all week, and I love the sound of that. Saturday night at the T-Mobile, we have a historic matchup between reigning and undisputed champions in two different weight divisions, fighting for the first time ever in the four-belt era. You know, I always like the Fight Week press conference so much more than the opening press conferences. With only a few days to go, everyone's a bit edgy. The fighters have just come out of camp. They're focused, they're laser sharp. I mean, just look at these two guys. They're ready for Saturday night. It's fight time. Canelo Alvarez is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world today. He's a superstar in our sport, and he's the face of boxing. Jermell Charlo, as Brian said, the first ever undisputed 154-pound world champion, in the four-belt era, now looking to become undisputed in 2 weight divisions. And what a pay-per-view card we have. We'll get into the pay-per-view now. Wait for Saturday night. Get your tickets early, purchase the pay-per-view, sit back and enjoy the night, because this really is a special fight. Undisputed versus undisputed. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Let me bring to the mic guy who has led this network, talking about Showtime Boxing, to one of the greatest years this network has seen. He's certainly a guy who believes in the mantra, delivering mega fight after mega fight. He's going to give you all the details, the particulars, the programming surrounding the televised pay-per-view portion of the evening. He's the president of Showtime Sports, Stephen Espinosa.
Another big fight at T-Mobile, another historic matchup between the biggest fighters in the sport, the biggest stars in combat sports. And of course, it's on Showtime pay-per-view, and of course it feels like deja vu, because as Brian pointed out, that's what we've been doing all year, that's what we've been doing for years. This is the 20th Showtime boxing event of 2023. Without question, the strongest schedule in the sport. In fact, over the last 6 years, 2017 to 2023, Showtime has done 156 live boxing events. That's an average of 26 a year. In other words, every 2 weeks on average, Showtime's giving boxing fans high-quality boxing year in, year out. That's what we do, leading the industry in quality fights. But this Saturday in particular, we have a special one, a historic matchup featuring the biggest star in the sport in an exciting fight. The type of fight that breaks through to the mainstream, attracts non-boxing fans the world over. Intriguing matchup of personalities, 2 fighters with great skills, great chins. In 63 fights, 472 rounds, Canelo Alvarez has never been knocked down. In 37 fights, 256 rounds, Jermell has been knocked down once, a flash knockdown early in his career. These are 2 elite fighters. This will be Canelo's 7th appearance on Showtime. We did his first pay-per-view event 10 years ago. He's been a pro 18 years, fought 13 undefeated fighters. He's defeated 18 world champions. We can go on and take up the rest of the hour in this press conference with his resume, but you know it as well as all of the boxing fans. Jermell Charlo will be making his 16th appearance on Showtime. He's undefeated. And in his last 11 fights, he's had 15 knockdowns. And during those 11 fights, he's become the undisputed champion of the world. So his caliber of competition has been steadily rising, and yet his power remains. It will be an all-action fight, and as Tom said, it will be supported by one of the strongest pay-per-view undercards in years. 50-50 meaningful fights, exactly what the fans have asked for. But let's not get it messed up here. This isn't just a fight. This isn't just a boxing match. This is special. This is different. This is the best the sport has to offer. This is as good as it gets. Calling Canelo versus Charlo a fight is like calling filet mignon meat. It's like calling LeBron James a basketball player or calling The Godfather just a movie. This is special. This is different. When you drive down the street, you see a lot of cars. And there are cars, and then there are Bugattis, there are Lamborghinis. They're here on Saturday night. What's been going on all year is special. It's different. It's not the same old boxing. It's not like the others, and no disrespect to anyone, but there are levels to this. And what we're doing here is the highest level of the sport. This is a historic matchup. Truly elite, undisputed champion against another elite, undisputed champion. This is special. It's different. The event on Saturday night will generate a gate of over $20 million. That's a rare feat in combat sports. It's rare in concerts or events of any kind. But this will be the third time in the last 6 months that we've done a gate of $20 million. Again, our third $20 million gate in the last 6 months. To put that in perspective, UFC has never done a gate of $20 million in its entire history. We've done it 3 times since April. Like I said, this is special, this type of event. We have to enjoy this event, we need to savor it. This is the best our sports has to offer. If you haven't already, I encourage you to check out episodes 1 and 2 of All Access. We got some great access with both fighters. We thank them in their camps. You truly see a different perspective on each of them. And of course, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll see you Saturday night.
Table there, he's Jermell Charlo's co-trainer, the former 2-weight division world champion, Mr. Juan Guzman. Coming to the podium now, 2022 Boxing Writers, Ring Magazine Trainer of the Year, Derrick James.
Hello, everyone. I just want to say that it's a very special event because, as they said, undisputed versus undisputed. It's going to take a great Canelo Alvarez to bring out an even better Jermell Charlo. I'm looking forward to Jermell being great and becoming the super middleweight undisputed champ of the world. And he'll be the first guy, as Brian said, to be undisputed champ of the world at the same time in 2 divisions. So, everybody, come out, get your tickets. It's going to be a great night of boxing. Thank you.
One of the unique things about this fight, you got 2 of the best fighters in the world. You also have 2 of the greatest trainers in the world as well. Because coming to the podium now, he's not only the head trainer, but also the manager of Canelo Alvarez, 2-time Trainer of the Year. In fact, the latest was in 2021, Mr. Eddy Reynoso. Martin Bader will do the translation.
Buenas tardes. Pues ya contentos de estar aquí otra vez en Las Vegas. Una pelea muy importante para nosotros.
We're happy to be here in Las Vegas once again. This is a very important fight for us.
Tenemos enfrente un gran peleador, un peleador que ha ganado los 4 cinturones también, un peleador que tiene un gran equipo y que tiene muchísimas cualidades boxísticas.
We're facing a great opponent, someone that's undisputed as well with all 4 belts. He possesses a great team behind him and his boxing skills are also very, very good.
Hicimos un gran campamento, un gran trabajo durante más de 3 meses en total. Estuvimos 2 meses en la altura. Hicimos un gran trabajo, no hubo ninguna complicación de nada, hicimos lo mejor que se pudo hacer, teníamos muchísimo tiempo en que no trabajamos de esa manera.
We spent 3 months training for this fight, 2 of them in the altitude, and no setbacks whatsoever, fortunately, and it had been a while since we had trained like this so intensely.
Por alguna razón ajena a nuestra disciplina, lesiones, alguna otra cosita que se nos presentó por ahí, pero para esta vez, créanme que venimos enfocados, venimos al 100%, venimos con todas las capacidades que tiene el Canelo.
We have left behind the injuries and all the setbacks that we had before. Now we're 100% and ready to show that Canelo is going to put on a great fight for the fans.
Y el sábado lo vamos a demostrar. Estamos muy motivados y de regresar otra vez aquí a Las Vegas y a una pelea grande y pues esperamos que la disfruten.
We're very
Muchísimas
motivated.
gracias.
we're very motivated to come back here for a great fight in Las Vegas. And we're going to prove to you just how motivated we are by giving the fans a great show, a great fight, and we hope that you enjoy it.
Gracias.
Let me bring to the mic one of boxing's pound-for-pound best. You've heard him been described as a unique combination of knockout power, sublime boxing skills. He is the undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world. He's known as the Iron Man. He fights under the Lions Only promotion banner, Jermell Charlo.
What's up, what's up? So, we finally made it to this moment. I gotta be just more than blessed and thanks and appreciative of everything that has took forward. Training camp was tough. Training camp was really hard, and I had to focus in a lot different. Canelo is a different type of fighter that you just don't, take for granted. He's done everything in the sport of boxing. He has nothing to prove, everything to gain to me. And so with that being said, I have so much on my plate. And in order for me to continue this legacy at its finest, I have to be well equipped with every tool that come in the box. And so with that, I know for a fact that the fans win Saturday night. We put on a hell of a performance, and you'll see us back again for a rematch, because I'm leaving no tables turned. This is my moment. I'm gonna enjoy it. I represent the Charlos, man. I'm one of them Charlo twins. I'm one of them Lions Only guys. Yeah, we said a lot of things, and we backed it up. Well, I know I have, and so it is what it is. Respect, all of those things that people seeing in the intelligent person and the calm. At this moment of your life, you're supposed to be like that. I hope someone else get this opportunity, But right now, this is my turn. This is my moment, and I proceed. Thank y'all.
Finally, coming to the podium, boxing's biggest superstar, pound-for-pound great, future Hall of Famer. You've heard it, he's beaten 18 world champions. He is the first super middleweight champion of the world, Canelo Alvarez.
Thank you, everybody, for coming and support. I appreciate it. I feel great. I feel ready for this fight. And yes, Jermell is right. I have nothing to prove. But especially this time, I have something to prove to him, because he never believed in my skills. He always calling me out and never believed in my skills, and now I have the opportunity to show him my skills, and that's motivate myself. I had a really great camp, and I'm ready to show everybody my skills, my real skills. Thank you. See you Saturday night.
Guys, let's talk about this fight. Canelo, I'll start with you because you just mentioned it. I know you mentioned it in All Access. You just said it here. One of the things motivating you in this fight is that Charlo doesn't respect, you said, your boxing skills. If that's the case, what is Jermell Charlo going to find out about your boxing skills on Saturday night?
Yeah, I always train 100%. I always motivate myself, but in this fight, especially more, because I have this motivation. He never believed in my skills. He always called me out, and I'm ready to show him in a couple days.
What's the bigger motivation for you in this fight? Is it proving Charlo wrong when he talks about your boxing skills, or maybe proving some of the assembled media who've written Canelo's lost the step. Maybe he's not the best fighter.
You know, you never prove anything to the people. They always have something to say. I just wanna to prove myself and to prove myself. I'm still in the top.
Jermell, your response to Canelo when he talked about you not respecting his boxing skills.
I mean, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? If he feel that I come to win this fight, so no matter what he say, I come to win this fight. You believe in your skills or not, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that don't believe in you, but we shall see Saturday. If that's what that's his motive and that's his motivation to prove about some skills, so well be it. I'm coming to win.
You're looking to defy the odds, Mel. You'd be the first time for you fighting over 154 pounds. First time fighting in 16 months. Obviously, you had to rehab that left hand, moving up 2 weight classes, and given all of that, what gives you your biggest confidence that you're going to defy the odds and beat Canelo Alvarez on Saturday?
Because I defined the science of boxing, and I was one of the guys from the younger era, and I've fought at my whole life, you know what I'm saying? And what I've been through in life, I feel like, you know, it did, you know, a lot of people can't compare that, and he's never been through that. So moving up 2 weight divisions, coming off of injuries, doing this and doing that, I feel like I deserve to be in my position. And now this is the time I get to prove my skills and my worthiness.
Canelo, there have been a number of guys who have called you out because they want to fight you. And then they get in the ring and they find out that moment is really big.
Yeah,
and now they're in a fight with with Canelo Alvarez. So what is Jermell Charlo going to find out Saturday night?
You know, it's hard to say. It's hard to say what he's gonna find. He's gonna feel it. He's gonna feel it. It's hard to say and explain. It's something different, and he's gonna realize in Saturday night it's something different. He never used to be with a fighter like me.
Mel, you heard that? Mm-hmm. Saturday night, you're gonna find out there's something different. You've never been in the ring with a fighter of his stature and his skills. Your response?
That's what I'm here for. And that's what I'm made for. You know, I'm a warrior. You know, I did what I had to do. Now we at this moment. So I feel like, you know, Canelo never seen a fighter of my caliber. And I know he's seen a lot of fighters. Yeah, he's been in a fight with great fighters. But it's just something that I bring to the table that's a lot different than a lot of other fighters that he's been in the ring with. And so we share the ring on Saturday, and this is going to be one of the most attention-grabbing, sparking moments, and I appreciate everything that's going on right now, and I appreciate Canelo for accepting me, the little brother, the little Charlo, but little Charlo come to fight, little Charlo come to win.
In the All Access episode, Canelo said his experience, his power will be the difference in this fight. What do you say?
Don't overlook mine. Don't overlook my experience. Don't overlook my power, and don't overlook my skills.
Canelo, your response. He says, don't overlook his power, don't overlook his experience.
I never did, and I never do with any fighter. I know what he's gonna bring, and I'm ready, believe me. I'm being in the ring with all kind of fighters.
Not Jermell Charlo. And you have fought.
You will see.
You fought some of the best in the world. That's cool.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
I understand that. Everybody in the world know you fought the best fighters in the world.
You have a lot of skills, but I don't mind on that. You have a lot of skills. But
you do too. You got some skills.
This is different, and you will see.
All right.
If you would, Jermell, I'll start with you. For all of these people who've assembled here, all the people coming to this fight, watching all over the world, you tell us why they need to tune in to Showtime pay-per-view on Saturday night and why Jermell Charlo is going to win that fight.
Because I'm ready for whatever. I'm a motherfucking lion. I'm a lion.
Canelo Alvarez, you about to get in the ring with a lion. You tell these people why they need to tune in to Showtime pay-per-view and why Canelo Alvarez is going to win this fight Saturday night.
I just tune in because it's gonna be a great fight. And I don't know what animal I need to say to be the lion, but whatever. I'm that animal. Just tune in the fight. September 30 is gonna be good. Believe me.
I got to ask you both for this. You both have the opportunity to make history. What does that mean to you? Start with you, Mel.
It means amazing. It means everything. You know, make history. That's what it seems like. That's what it's all about. And you know, we'll come back to these moments later in life when we older and come back to this and enjoy it. So right now, it's just living in the moment. Keep turning these chapters, and so will be it.
Canelo, we'll wrap it up with you. You do have the opportunity. Third successful defense. No one has ever done that as an undisputed champion, defended their titles for 3 times. You keep making history. What does that mean to you?
No, it means a lot because that's all I want for my career. I want history. I want to achieve a lot of things in my career. This is one of that.
Folks, it is Saturday, September 30th. Undisputed versus undisputed. You've got Canelo Alvarez, Jermell Charlo. It is Showtime pay-per-view, 8 o'clock Eastern. That is 5 o'clock Pacific time. Don't miss it. Gentlemen, let's have one last face-off before we end this. What's up, man? How you doing? Reset. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 of the sports pound-for-pound best. Undisputed versus undisputed. The winner takes home 4 of the belts. Canelo Alvarez, the face of boxing, taking on Jermell Charlo. Andrew, Canelo right here.
All right, guys, that's pretty much it there. So I want to jump in here and talk about this for a little bit. Sorry, I didn't have everything quite set up the way that I want to, but all good. So yeah, man, this is a big fight right here. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me in the comment section. I just want to make sure everybody can hear me. Give me a big thumbs up if you guys can hear me. All right. Yeah. That got a little bit more spicy. Oh God. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. What the hell? My doggone mic stand. Come on, mic stand. There we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, that got a little bit more spicy than what we've been seeing so far. I was told specifically that Jermell Charlo was told to calm it down during the press conference. But, you know, there's a couple of things that I noticed about this. Number one, I feel like Canelo Alvarez is actually trying to manufacture some type of motivation as it relates to Jermell Charlo. I've never seen in any instance where Jermell Charlo said that Canelo Alvarez didn't have skills. As a matter of fact, he said that he respected Canelo Alvarez and everything that he had accomplished and where he's gotten to at the sport. So this whole notion that Jermell, you know, has been challenging him and having respected his skills feels manufactured to me. But it did start getting a little bit spicy there. With Canelo telling them basically it's levels to it, and you're going to see the difference in the levels between himself and Jermell. And he's right. There are levels to it, but the thing that I'll say about Canelo Alvarez is this. He hasn't displayed the level that he once displayed, and so he's going to have to prove it on September 30th. Now, do I believe that Canelo can possibly win this fight? Of course. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to lean Canelo just because of what I've seen from Canelo in the past. And of course, he's been talking about injuries that have been plaguing him over his last couple of fights, most notably against John Ryder and Dimitri Bivol. But Mel has a chance, and I want to go into that as well. But one of the things that I've noticed about Mel, and I wanted to see what he looked like in this particular position. Brian Custer asked the questions. A lot of people, they get to this point and, you know, basically the pressure is too big. Once they get in the ring, it's a different animal, not only just from a Canelo perspective, but it's a big stage. It's the bright lights, and some people, they burn up under the lights. One thing that I've noticed about Jermell, Mel looks extremely calm. Like the way that he's talking, he's not fidgety. He seems all the way focused in there. So for me, that there in and of itself, it increases my belief that Mel can win. Now, again, I still want to see what Mel looks like on fight night. I want to see what his physique looks like. I want to see if he looks dehydrated or bloated or, you know, soft, all those good things. But if the body comes in looking right and Mel is calm, relaxed, look like he's been there before, like the moment's not getting to him, then we got a fight on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. I think Mel give a good showing. I still pick him to lose, but if the old Canelo shows up, if the Canelo shows up from John Ryder, we absolutely got to fight, and we'll see who ends up being the winner. The other thing that I noticed as a part of this presser was, man, Mel looks big compared to Canelo. I mean, shoulder width, height, overall stature, weight, whatever you want to describe it as, he looks big versus Canelo Alvarez. So I don't know, man. That may be an advantage for him in the ring. He's looking massive right now. So I want to see what he looks like on fight night and when they do the weigh-in. But yeah, he's looking pretty big right now. I mean, solid. So definitely above 160. Canelo typically comes in at I think pushing the limit, right? So Mel the size that he looks currently, I mean, good Lord, maybe he's like 175. I mean, if Canelo is close to the weight limit right now, Mel looks like he could be 175, 180. So it'll be interesting. So let me go to the chat. Canelo sounds like he's confident in himself winning. Mel sounds like doubting himself. I don't think Mel sounds like he's doubting himself at all. I think Mel has a certain level of confidence as well. I mean, again, Mel doesn't feel like he's nervous. Doesn't feel like, I don't know, man. Mel seems like he's been here before. So it doesn't sound like he's doubting himself to me. Yeah, I agree, Cool JC. I didn't hear any doubt. No, I didn't hear any doubt. He seems confident. He's reserved. It's not that nervous reserved as well. You know how some people are reserved, but it seems like they're nervous. He didn't seem nervous at all. He seems prepared for the moment. So we'll see what he ends up doing, man. I'm excited about the fight. What else we got in the comment section? Let me ask you guys this, because I just put up a poll. And let me actually go to the results of the poll while I'm actually thinking about it. Because it doesn't feel like there's that buzz around this fight like in other fights. And so I just put up a poll and basically saying there hasn't been a whole lot of buzz around this fight. How are you planning to watch the fight? 43% says definitely going to purchase the fight. 18% said I'm iffy on the fight, might buy it. 5% said I am not interested in this fight. And 35% said my fire stick about to get active. So yeah, man, that's more than 50%. They only got a solid 43%. So that means 57% of people either are not interested in the fight, iffy about the fight, or will be streaming the fight in a way other than actually purchasing the fight. So the energy is just not around this fight. Guys, why do you guys in the chat currently, we got 20 people in the building, why do you guys feel that this fight isn't getting that level of buzz? Because it's a big fight. It's undisputed versus undisputed. You got two excellent fighters in the ring, but yet the fight is not attracting people like that. Why is that? If this fight does, this thing is in my way, easy band, so I can't see. If this fight does, I can't see the dollar amount. Espinosa would be crying. Yeah, I have the fight honestly doing about 500,000 pay-per-view buys. Because there simply isn't a buzz for it. And even when I look at Canelo's name in statistics and things of that nature, he is just not trending a lot. So, but again, he has a lot of Mexican fans. This show, this platform doesn't have as many Mexican fans. So there may be a ton of people that are going to purchase this fight and I'm just not aware of it. But as it stands today, it doesn't feel like this fight is going to really do a whole lot of numbers. And that's a shame. That is a shame. No one knows Jermell. I can tell you the stats support that. The stats support that people do not know Jermell. Not a lot of buzz, but we'll do 600K. 600K. So we had Jake Donovan on here. What was that? That was the Sunday before last. And Jake feels like it's gonna do roughly 650, something similar to what Spence and Terence Crawford did. Unfortunately, Spence had to carry that entire card and do all 650,000 pay-per-view buys by himself. I don't think Canelo Alvarez will be as fortunate in this particular situation. I just believe that this fight is going to do about 5. It doesn't have the same. It doesn't even have the same level of buzz of Spence and Crawford. It doesn't have that level of buzz. It does not have that level of buzz. Like it does not have Spence Crawford buzz around it. It has. I don't even feel like it has plant Canelo buzz, to be quite honest with you. So I think they're challenging this one, man. I really do. I think this one I think it's going to be a good fight, but financially, I'm not sure if this is going to work. And when you think about what they must be paying Canelo Alvarez. If PBC and Showtime Boxing wasn't dead, it'll be dead after this fight. Good God. Good God. Yeah, man. When has Spence ever done 600K? He did like 350, something like that. Easy, man. And then when you put him in there with you know, the wonderful job that PBC did building up Terence Crawford and make him to a formidable opponent and making his name recognized, more people came to the fight wanting to see Spence become undisputed. Didn't work out that way, but kudos to Errol Spence and his ability to draw, as well as the PBC and their ability to promote. But anywho, I digress. Yeah, man. You know, we'll see what ends up happening. I'm curious to see what Steven Espinosa has to say about Showtime Boxing overall. I know someone is going to ask him about this. And so I'll be on the lookout to see if anybody's brave enough to ask him about it. But it'll be, yeah, easy band. PBC Bill Crawford, bro. Yeah. He had only did like 50,000 pay-per-view buys. He did 35,000 buys with BLK Prime, bro. And then he comes and you think he made up and you think somehow he pushed 650? That was all Spence and PBC, bro. That's correct, easy man. Come on, man. You know what time it is, brother. But anyway, yeah, guys, I just wanted to hop on here real quick and just give my thoughts in regards to just the overall presser. I think they have a couple of activities later on today as well in terms of open workouts. And we'll see if we go live for that and talk about how well or what these two gentlemen look like as part of this fight. So be on the lookout for that. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. Bud outsmarted PBC and Showtime Greg. No, he outsmarted Errol Spence. PBC and Showtime knew what the hell was going on. Spence decided to do something that wasn't in the best interest of Spence, and it is what it is. But all right, guys, I appreciate you guys for hopping on, man, and joining me real quick to talk about this fight. Usually when we go live, we get at least to 100 people once we've been on live for this long, and it's only 19 people in here. So that tells me, again, this fight is not moving the needle like a whole lot of people would hope it would, and that's unfortunate. But we'll see what the pay-per-view results end up being. We should know sometime next week. And then again, if we end up going live later on today because the open workouts and it makes sense for us to go live, we will do so. So appreciate you guys. And until next time, peace.